I wasn't born into wealth or handed a roadmap to success. In fact, when I was young, I faced challenges that could have defined me forever. I had a speech delay so severe that even my young twin siblings started speaking before me. Growing up in a remote African village in the early 1980s, no one could diagnose whether it was developmental language disorder or childhood apraxia of speech. Back then, understanding my condition was a luxury we didn't have. But here's the thing, those challenges didn't stop me. By God's grace, I became the first electrical engineer in my entire generation, excelled in sciences, and even seized the opportunities to start businesses overseas. If I could overcome those odds, I know you can do too. Today, I'm sharing Steven Bartlett's 5 buckets framework, a system that unknowingly shaped my life and can transform yours as well. But before we dive into it, do me a quick favor, hit that subscribe button. Think of it as your first step toward building your future. Plus, it is free and we'll be on this journey together. Now, let's get started. In his book, The Diary of the CEO, The 33 Laws of Business and Life, Steven Bartlett speaks of the importance of filling these 5 buckets the right way. So the first bucket that Steven speaks of is knowledge, which I also call building your foundation. Knowledge is the bedrock of any meaningful success. Think of it as the blueprint for building a skyscraper. You wouldn't start construction without a clear plan. Knowledge equips you with the tools to solve problems, to recognize opportunities, and to adapt to changing circumstances. It's not just about formal education like college degrees. Self-education is equally powerful. Reading books, listening to podcasts, attending workshops, or even learning through failures and real-world experiences all contributes to filling this bucket. Consider this. Elon Musk didn't have formal training in rocket science, but his relentless self-education allowed him to revolutionize space exploration with SpaceX. Similarly, many successful people credited their breakthroughs to a commitment to lifelong learning. In today's digital age, knowledge is more accessible than ever. But what truly sets people apart is their ability to apply this knowledge effectively. By consistently seeking knowledge, you not only prepare yourself for opportunities, but also future-proof your life, ensuring that you're ready to tackle any challenges, innovate, and stay ahead of the curve. Remember, the more you know, the more you grow. The second bucket is skills, which I also call turning knowledge into action. Skills are the bridge between knowing and doing. While knowledge is essential, it is the application of that knowledge that makes you truly valuable. Skills transform potential into performance, enabling you to create, to contribute, and to solve problems in a meaningful way. Skills are about putting knowledge to work. My journey illustrates how this works. I excelled in sciences by God's grace, which opened the doors to a scholarship in electrical engineering. There, I mastered calculus, physics, and engineering fundamentals through rigorous study, including 4 modules of advanced mathematics. But the real transformation came after graduation. I began applying that knowledge as a trainee electrical engineer, gaining practical experience and refining my abilities. Through dedication and persistence, I climbed the ranks to become a project manager. My skills led to managing multi-million-dollar projects, including overseeing the construction of 190 megawatt power plant in Jamaica, a pivotal moment in my career. This process taught me that skills develop through consistent practice and real-world application. Knowledge alone isn't enough. It is in using that knowledge that you unlock opportunities and create impact. The third bucket is network, which I also call building bridges to opportunities. Your network truly is your net worth. The people you surround yourself with influence your mindset, opportunities, and trajectory. A strong network isn't just about having connections. It's about building meaningful relationships with individuals who inspire you, who challenge you, and support you. Think of this. A connection may introduce you to a life-changing mentor, recommend you for a dream job, or partner with you to a lucrative business venture. Surrounding yourself with the like-minded people who share your values and goals fosters growth in every area of your life. For example, earlier in my career, I cultivated relationships with colleagues and mentors who offered guidance and shared invaluable insights. These connections helped me not only sharpen my skills, but also gain access to larger, more complex projects, ultimately expanding my professional reputation and opportunities. Networking is about giving as much as receiving. When you bring value to others, whether through skills, advice, or collaboration, you strengthen those relationships and open the door to a mutually beneficial exchange of opportunities. Every relationship you nurture becomes a stepping stone towards success. The fourth bucket that Steven speaks of is resources. This I call fuel for growth. Resources are the tools that transform potential into reality. Once you've acquired knowledge, honed your skills, and built a strong network, resources, whether financial, material, or even time, become the next essential component to achieving your goals and scaling your impact. Resources take many forms. It could be capital to start a business, specialized equipment to execute a project, or even the time freed up by delegating tasks effectively. They act as catalysts that allow to leverage your knowledge and the skills on a larger scale. For example, when I managed a multi-million-dollar project of the 190 megawatt power plant in Jamaica, the resources that were available, such as funding, manpower, and equipment, enabled me to bring complex plans to life. However, those resources were only accessible because of the knowledge, the skills, and the network I had built over time. Each bucket field naturally led to the next, culminating in the ability to manage large-scale operations successfully. However, resources aren't just about what you have, they are also about how you use them. Wise resource management is crucial. Invest your time, money, and energy in ways that align with your goals and maximize your impact. Wastefulness, on the other hand, can deplete even the most abundant resources. Remember, resources are meant to fuel your growth, not just accumulate. Once you have the tools at your disposal, focus on scaling your endeavors, whether it is starting a business, investing in impactful projects, or building a legacy. The fifth bucket that Steven speaks of is reputation, which I could call the key to long-term success. Reputation is the crown jewel of the 5-bucket framework. It is the cumulative result of how you've used your knowledge, skills, network, and resources. What people think of you, your reliability, your integrity, and the excellence you're consistent to deliver determines the trust and opportunities you attract. Your reputation precedes you in every room you enter, often opening doors before you even arrive. It influences whether people want to work with you, invest in you, or recommend you to others. Building a strong reputation takes time, effort, and consistency. Every interaction, every project, and every decision you make contributes to the story others tell about you. Take care of your reputation by staying true to your values. Deliver on your promises, act with integrity, and strive for excellence. For me, managing high-stakes projects taught me the value of reliability and trustworthiness. A single misstep could affect the perception, not just my work, but my character. By aligning my actions with my principles, I earned the trust of stakeholders and expanded my impact. Similarly, when I owned my restaurant, clients consistently saw that I was reliable and trustworthy. In many instances, our company was awarded catering contracts because we followed through on our promises. We did what we said we would do, and that consistency built a strong reputation. But remember, reputation is fragile. A good name can take years to build, but moments to tarnish. That's why it is essential to protect it through consistent actions, transparent communications, and unwavering integrity. Now, take a moment to reflect. How are you filling your buckets? Are you focusing on the right ones, or are there areas that need more attention? How are you building your reputation today? Does it align with your goals and values? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Your story may just inspire someone else to take their first step. If you got value in this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you've not done that yet. Even share this video with another person who will need it. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.